Yes, good morning children, welcome back. This is Venugopal sir for Little Hearts Publications with English book 1 lesson 6 we completed. Now we are going to discuss the task for summative assessment in which in the A part we have questions and answers. We are going to discuss the questions and we give the answers also. And all the answers for these exercises will be sent to you through WhatsApp. So first listen to me. We discuss the answers. First question, what game are the children playing? What game are the children playing? So we write the children are playing the game of, the children are playing a game of hide and seek. Like that you have to write the answer. Okay. Who run to hide for the first time? Who run to hide for the first time? Nikhil, Jaya, Vijay and Meenu. Nikhil, Jaya, Vijay and Meenu. They run to hide the first time. You can see very easily you can write the answer children. Just in the place of the word who in the question, you write these 4 words. A remaining part is there in the question itself. This is how you have to learn the way of writing answers for different questions. Nikhil, Jaya, Vijay and Meenu. You have to write up to here, there in the place of the word who in the question, and remaining you can copy from the question directly. Run to hide for the first time. Third question, does Ajay count correctly? No. Ajay doesn't count correctly. Okay. Question number 4. Where does Ajay see Nikhil's shoe? Where does Ajay see Nikhil's shoe? Ajay sees Nikhil's shoe poking out from behind the shed. You can see there. You can write the answer like that easily. Ajay sees Nikhil's shoe poking out from behind the shed. Like that you have to write. If you read the lesson repeatedly, children, you can easily answer the questions there. Question number 5. Does Ajay really get Nikhil behind the shed? Does he really get Nikhil behind the shed? No, Nikhil is not there behind the shed. No, Ajay doesn't really get Nikhil behind the shed. He can only get his shoe. Because Nikhil left his shoe there and then he went and hid somewhere else. When Ajay sees his shoe, he runs there. In the meanwhile, the remaining children went there to touch the tree. Question number 6. Who run to hide when Jaya counts? Who run to hide when Jaya counts? Remaining 4 children, Ajay, Nikhil, Vijay and Meenu. Question number 7. Jaya counts. Why do other children start laughing? When Jaya starts counting, completes her counting, other children start laughing. Why? Because Jaya has counted wrong. She doesn't count properly. She missed a lot number of numbers there in between. So like that you have to write the answers. You can easily write the answers, children. Only know how to write the way of writing, how to learn the way of writing. In the B bit, we have got true or false statements. So if the statement is true, you write T in brackets, or if it is false, write F. Number 1, the children in the story are playing hide and seek game. Yes, true, it is true. Number 2, Ajay stands by the mango tree. Ajay stands by the mango tree. Yes, of course. It is also true. Sentence number 3, Ajay's shoe is poking out from behind the shed. No, it is not false. It is not correct because Nikhil's shoe is poking out from behind the shed. So third one is false. Fourth sentence, Nikhil is not behind the shed. Yes, he is not behind the shed. He is near the tree. So it is true statement. Tree. It's true. Sentence number 5, Jaya counts numbers in a wrong way. Yeah, true. Jaya counts in a wrong way only. That is true. Next, word no. Word no is nothing but vocabulary where you are asked to write plural forms for the given words there. What is the plural form of mango? Mangoes. See, singular, plural. Tree. Trees, plural number. Shoe. Shoes, plural number. House, singular. Houses, plural. Child, singular. Children, plural. So, generally, children, we get the plural numbers of any nouns by just adding s or es. For most of the words, we make plurals like that only. But there are some particular words which cannot be, whose plural forms cannot be formed by just adding s or es. They take a completely different form. Child is singular. You cannot write childs as plural. It is children. Now there is an exercise, children, matching exercise. Match the words under A with their opposites under B. Here under A there are some words given, their opposites are given there under B. We have to match them. Shut, opposite is open. Like that you have to draw lines. Slow, fast. Loud, feeble. Behind, in front of. Near, far. Like that you have to complete the matching exercise. Next look at that option, see D. Bit, spelling. You can see there are some words for which ing forms are added. How the spelling changes when you add a ing form to the verb, sometimes you can see that there from the table. Shut, shutting. Here, shut is only single T is given there, whereas when you write shutting ing form, you have to write TTING. When it is shout, you just write shouting. There is no need to add any other T. See, seeing. Poke, poking. This you have to learn. Why poke? Any word, any verb which ends with E. When you want to write ing form to the verb, that E automatically goes off and you write the spelling like this. Any word you can take. Say for example, take. When you write ing form for this, it becomes taking. That means the letter E is removed while writing the ing form of the verb. Okay? Go, going. Grab, grabbing. Stand, standing. Look, looking. Like that, the spellings change sometimes when you add ing form to the verbs. Observe how some spellings change when ing form is added. Now language in use. In the first part, fill in the blanks with the words given below. There are some words given there in the red box: from, by, to, behind, on. So you need to fill in the blanks here with appropriate words. First sentence, it is poking out dash behind the shed. From behind the shed. Second sentence, Nikhil has only one shoe on. On you have to write. Sentence number 3, he creeps to the shed. Third blank you have to write TO2. He creeps to the shed. Fourth sentence, Nikhil is not behind the shed. Fourth sentence is behind. Fourth blank. Sentence number 5, he stands dash the mango tree. By the mango tree. The words which are given there in the red box, children, they are called prepositions. And of course, you will be learning more about them there in the coming classes. These are called prepositions. They are one of the parts of speech of English. Next, B bit, study the following sentences. He counts slowly but loudly. Ajay says loudly. They are all laughing loudly. See, the words loudly and slowly indicate or explain how different actions, that is, counts, says, laughing, take place. How different actions take place, these words indicate: quickly, loudly, slowly, like that. They tell us about the action words. So the words which tell us about action words are called adverbs, because action words are called verbs. When you add something to the meaning of a verb, it becomes an adverb. So these words which indicate how different actions take place are called adverbs. Also notice that these words are formed by adding the letters ly to the describing words or adjectives. See how these words are formed there, by adding the letters ly to the adjectives. Slow is adjective. When you add ly to that, it becomes slowly, that is an adverb. Look at that. Slow, slowly. Slow is adjective. When you add the letters ly, it becomes slowly an adverb. In the same way, loud, which is adjective, if you add the letters ly to that, it becomes loudly, it becomes an adverb then. So now fill in the blanks in the following sentences using the correct forms of the words. Let us see the first one. The boy is crossing the road quick. You add ly to that. That is the answer there. Quickly. First answer. Second, write dash always. Write neatly. You might have heard your teacher repeatedly telling you, write neatly, write neatly. So, neatly is an adverb which tells us about how we write. In what way? Sentence number 3, I asked mom for an ice cream. She readily agreed. Readily means immediately. The boys were singing harshly. Sentence number 5, children don't speak loudly. Like that, we have to complete the sentences using the appropriate forms of the verbs or adjectives given there in the brackets. Next, pronunciation. COUNT, LOUD, HOUSE, OUT, FOUR, YOU. So in all these words, the same two letters are underlined. What are they? OU. The letters OU. These two are vowels only. Count. First, how do you pronounce them? Let us see. Count, loud, house, out. In these four words, the letters OU are pronounced in the same way. But look at the word for, FOUR. How do you pronounce that? The two letters in this FOUR, for means O. In the same way, YOU. In YOU also you find the two vowels OU. But how do you pronounce them? U. So, that is the speciality in English, that each and every vowel, or if they are used to, two vowels are used together also, sometimes they give some sound in some words, in some other words they give the same letters, give different sounds, pronunciation, okay. In the next one, writing skills. Write a few lines about the game you like the most. Suppose you want to write, you are asked to write an essay, a small or short essay about the game that you like the most. You write that and you can begin like this. The game I like the most is, like that you start writing. In the next one, speaking skills are given. Of course, children, this is the time that you have to develop speaking skills. In the coming years, you may not be getting a chance to learn the skills of speaking. Form pairs. Pairs means two members form as a group. Speak about the importance of having sports and games in schools. So you need to speak about the importance of having sports and games. Pick out 3 best arguments and paste them in the notice board. So 3 best arguments you prepare and paste them in the notice board of your school. Okay children, with that we come to the end of the lesson, and the exercises also. The key for all these exercises will be sent to you through WhatsApp. Thank you.